You are listening to Power Marketing with Kevin Lee. Here's Kevin.
The big fear that everybody has is obviously the marketer wants the level of targeting. And if they lose that, then they're not willing to pay as much, which is why the publishers are flipping out, because they're like, but wait, Steve Silvers is actually super valuable. You just don't know, right? That he is until you're not willing to pay the price that he's worth. And so do you see sort of this as the identity graphs and the various solutions the industry is putting forward? Do you think that they'll be sort of be able to avert the sort of Armageddon of untargeted audiences? Will a combination of context and identity, to the extent that we can get it, replace what we've got now, or is there really going to be a sort of a ripple effect of yield and targetability?
So I think that the biggest mistake that we make is to pretend that what we have today is perfect. It's not perfect. It doesn't work that well in any browser other than Chrome, and even in Chrome, it doesn't work great. The cookie was always a hack. It was a convenient hack, and it's enabled a lot of good things and bad things. But it's not like we have a perfect solution that we're losing. We have a jury-rigged solution that we're losing, and we're replacing it with, because we've had the time, we're replacing it with some solutions which have the opportunity to be better architected than what we had in the past. So I think that from that perspective, the biggest mistake that marketers can make is lament what they're losing. I think, and we hear a lot of people say, well, that's not what we have today, and so that's not good. And the thing to remember is that these changes really affect everyone equally. And so comparing yourself to what you have now or what you had 3 years ago is, is as effective as, or is as useful as remembering how athletic you were in high school, right? Because that's not coming back, right? We're not going back to high school, and we're not going back to the days where the third-party cookie was a universal ID. And so what you have to do is you have to compare yourself to the other competitors in the space when these changes happen. And all you have to do is be better than your competitor, right? You don't have to be better than you were 3 years ago, or even as good as you were 3 years ago. You have to be better than your competition now. And so with that in mind, the more that you embrace the changes and you're ready for the disruption, the better off you're going to be. So, in general, what we're finding is that there'll be people who have their heads in the sand, and they are the losers when these changes happen. And then you have people that are proactively testing stuff, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, putting their data strategy in place, putting their data governance in place. We know where everything's going. We have a couple more years, which is great. That gives us time to put our strategies in place. But a lot of people are taking this wait and see approach, and to some extent, I think they're the ones that are going to lose, because they're not going to be as facile with these new technologies and as prepared.
Kevin Lee's Power Marketing is available on all your favorite podcast networks. Kevin loves helping businesses excel at marketing. Having marketing challenges? Just like Santa in the Miracle on 34th Street, if Kevin can't help you, he'll know someone who can. Find him on LinkedIn, subscribe, or follow.